So this technique is gonna be pretty similar to from the last one. It's gonna be collar and pants control, but my opponent he pulls the knee on the mat, and then we have to deal with a scenario where we cannot send the guy over because his body is away too far away from hips and my upper body basically. So if you can on this side. So it's this situation. So let's say I'm playing De La Riva, I get access to his collar, but instead of like sending him over, Fernando pulls the backing on the mats and he's away from my body like this, right? So situations when I cannot like bring him over, if you feel you're still having some good lever and then forcing him to post hands on the mat and then start to find your start to build your half balance scenario to get under the hips, go ahead. But one very good option here is every time I lose my chance of balancing him because he's heavy, I have to switch my De La Rivas from outside to an inside De La Riva. Once I make this transition, my hand, which was grabbing the pants right here, the bottom pants, I have to control his ankle. It's gonna be a easy shift to make from pants to ankle control. So right now what we're gonna do, we use this hand on the collar and we bring our knee inside like here. So I have my knee as a shield inside his shoulder and I have my hand on the collar holding him close to my upper body. So probably two things can happen. Maybe your opponent can try run away, like keep posturing back and things like this. So the more he moves away, the more he pulls me closer to his body, right? So I have my back flat on the mat. If he tries pull himself away, he just dragging my body weight. And also if I have this hand, if he tries come close, I have my knee as a shield and I have my hand as a frame as well on the collar. So we have two good setups here, which allows me to follow him if necessary or just hold him away if also I need it. So what are we gonna do? Once we have this setup, because I switch my outside De La Riva to an inside De La Riva, I cannot try pendulum to my left anymore because I have no connection. I have to start pendulum to my right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just swing my head inside like here and then start to bring my butt under my opponent's leg, right? So I'm not under his hips because he was running away. He has his back knee on the mat, so I cannot get under. But this position is very comfortable because the shield I had on the shoulder right now, it's being a shield on his hip, and I have my shin elevating his leg naturally. I don't need to make much here. I just have to keep my leg bent, and this hand right now is gonna be my main frame. I had a shield, right now I just have a hand, so I have to be aware. I cannot pull him towards my upper body because I can maybe collapse my guard setup. I have to keep this arm extended like here because when he tries to come over my body, it's gonna be impossible because I have this frame, right? So what are we gonna do? Once we are here, my main job is gonna be bring my left leg to inside this gap. So if I just try like pommel, it's gonna be impossible. I have a lot of flexibility, but because of this body configuration, I have no ability to like palm inside. So what I should do, I have to extend my leg up, so the right one. Of course, the left one is also moving up because I have to create space to my right, but basically I have to only extend my left one, and then because I have this ankle control, I can always like palm inside and then reach this situation where I have both hooks inside. Because I have both hooks inside, we're gonna use the same setup that we did in the previous movement. So we extend the bottom leg, the outside leg up, pointing the sole of the foot against the ceiling, and then his leg starts to slide, and I drive naturally his ankle against my armpit, and then I can start set up my single leg. So I bring my shield up, and we have this situation. If your opponent is still here on the knees, what you guys can do, you guys can always sit up and set up your single legs. You guys can do whatever you guys want right now to work and find your sweeps and control your opponent. So it's a very easy technique to get, and once you guys develop this skill about like pummeling and make your back flat, place your back flat on the mat, you guys are always going to be able to get under the hip. So he pulls the outside knee, so we have this situation outside De La Riva, we switch for a reverse De La Riva. So right now what do? We have the shield and we have the frame with my hand working well. So I have to bring my head inside and pull my knees towards my chest. So I know what I'm gonna do. So I have to extend my right leg and create this space to bring my left leg inside. So I'm holding the ankle instead of pants. In the previous movement we have the pants, so for this one we have the ankle. Can be a C pose like this or just 5 fingers grip, whatever you guys want. So I start to elevate, I leg palm inside, and we have both legs here working well. So I extend my outside leg up, I slide his leg against my armpit, and then I'm facing him with a single leg setup. I have my shoe on the hip, I have my heel on his hip as well, and then we are ready to play, make transitions to different types of X guard. Make transitions to different types of X guard or play from single X. Well,